good day. I am Sarah May Sanoy. So, in our group, we're going to discuss the parts of the fire extinguisher and how to use the extinguisher, or the steps of using the extinguisher and the procedures in inspecting the fire extinguisher. So, as you can see in my left side, this is the fire extinguisher. So, this type of fire extinguisher is a dry chemical extinguisher. So, the parts of the fire extinguisher is the cylindrical tank. So, this is the cylindrical tank. So, the tank of any fire extinguisher is responsible for storing the extinguishing agent and the propellant under the correct amount of pressure. Typically made of steel, even small tanks can be surprisingly heavy. So, bisag gamay inyuhang fire extinguisher or madako, bugat jud siya kay metal man ang kani siya nga tank. So, the bulb. So, this is the bulb. This one. So, the bulb is responsible for controlling the flow of the agent. The bulb is the mechanism connecting the carry handle and the operating lever and around which they function. So this is the bulb. And the carry handle. This is the handle. This one. So the carry handle is simply that the handle allows for easy grasping, lifting, and carrying of the extinguisher. So, kani siya mo uy imong gunitan. Like, in ani, bugat man. So, nani. So, the operating lever. So, this is the lever. So, the lever is the metal piece that can be pressed or squeezed to operate the extinguisher. However, the operating lever will not be able to squeeze unless the pin has first been removed. So, this is the operating lever. So, kani siya. Kung mag-squeeze na ka, kay kanira siya imuhang kanaya na. Kani combine ni siya og the handle and the operating lever. So, discharge nozzle. So this is the nozzle. This one. So the nozzle is the hose's conical end out of which the extinguishing agent depressing. So kung imuha na siyang i-squeeze, dapat kanimong ginitan. This is the nozzle. And the pin. This is the pin. This one. So, known as the locking pin. This metal pin is inserted into the bulb portion of the fire extinguisher and prevents accidental discharge. So, kung wala man ni ang pin, kay if ever imo ni siyang guniton, imo i-carry, kay accidental mo din nimo nga ma-press, ma-squeeze ang kaning operating lever. So, ano to ha? So, this is the pressure gauge. The pressure gauge is a small circular gauge attached to the outside of the valve assembly to show whether or not the fire extinguisher has proper pressure to expel the agent in the event of a fire. So, kani siya. Ang kani din hikay recharge, which is wala na siya kanang sud or kanang kinailangan pang i-charge. Yeah, ang din sa center is sakto na siya. And then ang kung moabot na siya diri kay overcharge. So, this one is the discharge hose. The discharge hose is the hose that allows the extinguishing agent to travel from the tank to the base of the fire and enable the use of in the flow of the agent. So, dinhi moagi ang katong na dinhi sa sod gikan sa tank, moagi na siya diri padong diri. If imo na siya i-squeeze ang kaning operating. So, So the next is the steps of using the fire extinguisher. So that's all.
Good day everyone, my name is Gilbert Dinalo, and in our group, I'm gonna show you the steps on how to use the fire extinguisher. So first, you must know the rule PASS, P-A-S-S. P means pull the pin. So this is the pin. So imo siyang i-pull ang pin kay ang iyang gamit ani is nag-lock siya sa handle or lever. So imo na siyang i-pull para mag-squeeze di mo siya og tarong. Next is A, aim the nozzle. So this is the nozzle. So you must aim the nozzle at base fire and stand between the fire and yourself 10 meters. Next is S. So you must squeeze the lever or the handle. So you must squeeze this lever handle so that the dry chemical inside this container or fire extinguisher will be discharged and will come out to this nozzle. And the last step is S. So while doing this, you must swipe or sweep the nozzle side to side motion in order the chemical to spread and extinguish the flame properly. That's all. Thank you.
A properly working extinguisher could save a life, maybe even yours. Everyone should know how to perform fire extinguisher inspections. They should be completed on a monthly basis, whether at home and in the workplace. Monthly inspections will ensure that the fire extinguisher will operate as directed in the event of an emergency. So, there are procedures for inspecting various types of extinguisher. First, check accessibility and proper location. Second, check for tag for the date of last recharge or inspection. Third, check nozzle for obstruction and operation. Fourth, examine for corrosion, leaks at seams, or mechanical damage. Fifth, check lock pin and seal.
Procedures for various inspecting types of extinguisher. So, number 6, determine a full water level, pressure gauge, and weight. So determine if the water level, gauge, and weight of the fire extinguisher is this how to show much pressure in the extinguisher, sometimes in the needle of the gauge, can stick due to damage or moisture. This can give a false reading and needs to be checked. So every time you determine if it is full water level of a fire extinguisher, make sure the gauge arrow should be in the green zone. Number 7, examine condition of hose and hose coupling. So in addition to the annual inspection, the fire hose needs to be tested every 3 years. So need to be tested every 3 years, with the first time being 5 years after the manufacturing date. This test is referred to as the hose pressure service test. A fire safety professional can take care of this for you along with the annual inspection. Then number 8 is check horns for cracks, dirt, or grease accumulation. So to check horns of cracks, dirt, or grease accumulation, make sure the date of inspection and initials of inspector. Pressurized and stored pressure water extinguisher. Most of these extinguishers are 2% gallons in capacity. These different types of extinguisher are the following. First, shell, nosy, discharge valve, pressure gauge, pickup tube, CO2 cartridge, hose inspection. Check if the seal attached to the safety pin for damage. Check the air pressure gauge for correct pressure reading of 100 psi and condition of pressure gauge. Examine the hose and nozzle for foreign object and damage, and the overall condition of this fire extinguisher. No semi-annual inspection is required for this type of extinguishers except the CO2 cartridge operated type. With this type, weigh the cartridge every 5 months to check of any leakage. At the annual inspection, agent must be discharged, clean the extinguisher completely, and recharge it with proper agents. So last is number 9, the the date, inspection, and initials for inspectors. So these are the inspection procedures. Performing an inspection in the easiest thing you can do to ensure your extinguisher can be used reliably and effectively in an emergency. At a minimum, inspection needs to consist of the following steps. So first step is make sure it is located in its designated place. Second, make sure the extinguisher is visible or there is signage indicating where the extinguisher is located. 3. Make sure you easily access the extinguisher. 4 is ensure the pressure gauge is in the operable range or position. And 5 is make sure it is full. This can be done by just lifting the extinguisher or you can weigh it. 6 is for wheeled extinguishers. Make sure the condition of tires, wheels, garage, hose, and nozzles are acceptable. And the last is for non-rechargeable extinguishers. Operate the push to test pressure indicators.